Hello everybody, how's it going? I'm Vespillo, and I hope you guys are having a lovely day. I got this Black Ops gameplay, and I immediately, after the game finished, thought, hey, this is a really good example of the video I did last week on the livecomm about just problem solvings and keeping composure and just sticking it out to the end, because this ended up being a close game. As you can see, I'm starting out here with the silenced VMP, and this can be a pretty good gun because, like, this is, I still want the nuclear. I'm trying to get it, and it's really, really, really difficult. But I'm just trying a lot of different stuff, so I'm just experimenting. I'm trying to figure out maybe what could possibly work, so that's why I'm using the VMP. And in this particular game, as you can see, it's just not working for me. I keep dying. I'm struggling. I can't get anything done, so I switch over to the Vesper. And as you can see, we're down, so I kind of felt like I had to, help my team out. And as soon as I get in there, bam, all my team's in there, ready to go, helping out on the point. And they get that B capture, which obviously B is like the most important point or flag in domination. If you hold B, pretty much no matter what's going on, you're gonna end up winning. But this game ends up being really, really close. So what I want you guys to kind of watch for is just the changes that I'm making, and obviously I'll talk about them and point them out as they happen. But that's basically what this game is about, is just kind of moving back and forth, because the team that I'm playing against and the team that I'm playing with, it's actually pretty close. Like, this is one of those games where it's not like my team's just not doing anything. As you can see, my team's playing the objective, they're trying to help out, and the other team is just trying really hard as well. They're just doing the same thing. And so they start to make it really hard on us. And so it's an actual close game. It's not just a close game because, I'm trying to carry my whole team and failing. But here already, again, where I feel like I'm just kind of getting destroyed, they've switched to shotguns. And I guess in response to a lot of our guys using SMGs, and I think another one or two guys on the team is using a shotgun. But the other team is adapting as well. So there's kind of like this shifting thing within the game where everybody's switching weapons a lot, everybody's going for new stuff, and everybody's trying to get those kills and find that combo that's going to work. And so it's keeping the game really close because we're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it's coming up soon, or coming up close to this point where I start to figure out that there's a dude on the other team that's using an assault rifle and a controller. And it's this optic guy. If you watch out for him, and it's kind of making it a little hard for me to do my thing, because obviously playing against a controller, when the controller's using long sight lines to just kind of camp out, it gets a little tough to compete. At mid ranges, that controller can really lock on and just dump bullets, and with the aim assist they'll kill pretty much in 2 bullets. So if I miss even one, I'm going to be dead against them. So as you can see, right here with I get this quad kill or 5 kill or something like that with the M87. So this switch is paying off for me. It's doing good work. We have mid-map control. We're starting to come back. So I'm able to switch up the gun I'm using and switch up my playstyle a bit to help my team out and to help get this mid-map control. You're going to see here in a second it doesn't last, but basically this is kind of what I was talking about in that last live call. Is you've got to solve problems, you've got to figure out what the other team is doing, and you got to put yourself in a position where you can basically counteract what they're doing, or stop the other team from being as effective as they obviously want to be. So we're doing that. You can see we've got our guys coming in from back doors, we're coming in from front doors. There's a lot of flanking, and there's a lot of good plays going on by both teams. You can see that everybody's in this mode where they're trying to do everything they can. And again, I get shot in the back with a shotgun. And it's not because Call of Duty has bad spawns, it's just because these guys are actually playing really well. And so this is part of the game awareness that you have to kind of understand when the other team is just playing really well, and how to solve that and what your options are. So as long as this M8 is working for me, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna keep playing with it, and we're gonna take out the other team. And so this guy in front of me with kinetic armor, you can see, busting out his shotgun. He's just doing a lot of work, and he's helping the team out. So we end up on the first half pulling out a little bit of a victory, but it's really close. So we're at 17 points difference is a pretty close game, and it's been going back and forth like crazy. And the crazy thing is that the other team, oh, by the way, I went back. I didn't have my recording software going at the time I was recording this. I actually had to go back and record this in theater mode, so I'm sure some of the shots look a little weird and laggy. That's the reason it doesn't look as good as my normal gameplay, because normally I just record in first person. And I had to go back and record this in theater, so some of this stuff looks a little goofy. You'll see where it doesn't even look like I'm on target and I'm killing them, because when I actually killed him in game, in my view, I was right on target and all that stuff. So theater mode's a little weird. I try not to use it unless I get a good gameplay like this. So straight off the bat, the other team has figured something out. So you got an AR kind of a little bit in the back. You got a shotgun in the hill, the purifier. They're really getting their balance. This guy's flanking around trying to hit our spawn with a shotgun. So my M8's becoming a little less effective. I usually like to play super aggressive, so I'll pick up this guy's shotgun just to try to see if I can do something different, kind of break up their offense, get them to try to do a little something different. And then Cerberus, all this stuff, they're starting to throw nades in on the hill before they even come in. So they're really, they're changing up their gameplay. They're switching gears a lot. Kind of a term from poker is if your playstyle in poker isn't working against the people you're playing against at the table, you have to change gears and use a slightly different playstyle for everything else. And this is what the other team is doing. So here I make a really big mistake. I'm in the hill, I'm capping it, no one's coming, and I start shooting at this Cerberus to try to take it out. When it takes longer to take the thing out than the Cerberus can take me out. So that was a big mistake. I should have just stayed behind the corner and just waited and gotten that cap. And, we would have been in a much better position. So that was actually a good mistake on my part. So obviously that's a good thing to do, is to come back and try to analyze your gameplay and figure out what mistakes you made, because obviously nobody plays perfect all the time. Everybody makes mistakes, so it's finding those and pointing them out and figuring it out is really good. So here I'm going up against a lot of shotguns. So I try to switch to a shotgun, and even though I pick up a couple of decent kills there, I tried to pick up that grenade, and you pick up a grenade and it blows up in your hand. It don't work too well. But with shotgun, I try to switch up my lanes and push this kind of left middle lane, and I just run into a bunch of ARs. And it's like, okay, it's a bad idea. You shouldn't be taking that lane. But the shotgun, I didn't really feel like it was going to put me in a position where I was going to be able to really help my team out 100% of the time. It was just going to help me in certain situations. So that's why I went with the PO6. And this PO6 essentially is almost like a shotgun. It's a crazy sniper rifle, but it's essentially going to allow me to deal with both the shotguns and the ARs at distance. And we're down a lot right now. We're down like, what is that, 13 points? Now 12 points because we finally cap B. But and they take it right back from us, so we're in just as bad a position. But here you can see I start picking up kills on this PO6. It just allows me to do a lot of really good work. And the controller doesn't matter now, because my time to kill is going to be faster than the AR. And if I'm really paying attention and listening for those shotguns and where they're coming from, I'm going to be able to outshoot the shotguns as well, even at the close range, assuming I don't miss. You obviously always got to hit your shots, but the PO6 is kind of the final solution that I figure out is going to be the best to work at all ranges, essentially. Now, I probably could have worked the Vesper as well if I maybe didn't go super hard and didn't go right for the face. I hit more flanks, but I kind of decided that at this point in the game I really didn't have time to play like really flanky and move around and hit them in the back. I really had to be aggressive and just take direct routes. So I'm not going to be going around that far left side anymore. I'm not going to be going far right. I'm going to have to get right up in their faces and kind of use this PO6 as essentially like a shotgun slash sniper rifle. So once I take out the shotguns, then I can turn around and take out the ARs. And getting these good positions on the map is like really key. So as you can see, taking out like 3 guys like that is super crucial. But you know, most of my other teammates, they're having trouble killing folks at this point. So that's what makes it hard. Miraculously, they hold this. It gives me time to get back in the hill, and then I can start doing a lot of work again. I can start getting behind, picking up all these like 2 pieces, 3 pieces, and staying out of line of sight when I need to, watching every side, because obviously these guys, like I said earlier, were hitting the flanks, so I've got to get in a position where I can both watch the front and the back. And I don't know how they capped that hill. I swear to God, I was in that hill, and I know there were 3 of them, but I took every one of them out while being in the hill. They must have capped that point like a millisecond before my little teeny toe got on that hill. But even though they capped it, I was in the right position at the right time, able to take it back, and you know, these last seconds barely make it back. And because I'm doing enough damage and staying alive, it's enough that my teammates are set to go. They can win it out from here. They don't need me to be in the hill, and it allows us to just barely hold it before, you know, I get back in there. Boom, we win it by 1 point. So it was a pretty good game, but I just wanted to see you guys, or have you guys see the decision making that was being made, the switching of the weapons when I needed to, hitting the correct lanes, or at least trying to flank when it was appropriate. When it didn't work out, going right back up the middle. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed and that you learned something. Let me know if you have any questions. But yeah, thank you guys and enjoy.